Well, looky what Pixar done did. They done did drop the new trailer for Toy Story 5. Woo, and I'm excited to talk about some stuff today. So first of all, for those guys who don't know, the basic premise of this fifth movie is that the toys are now going to have to deal with technology. Which I do think is a really interesting point, because I watch my nieces all the time, and yeah, sometimes they are all about their toys, and other times you can't take technology away from them. Heck, I even remember as a kid growing up, even though iPads didn't exist, but like the N64 came out when I was a kid, and that was a huge deal. We all had computers in our homes, and I know I was always playing those point-and-click video games on the computer, like Putt-Putt. I saved that zoo I don't know how many times, and it was always so rewarding to see Mama Jumbo so happy that we brought her back her kid.
Putt-Putt, thank you so much for helping my Jumbo.
You're welcome, Mama Jumbo. You're welcome. So this could be really interesting, and especially the way the Toy Story series likes to handle things, I think there's gonna be a lot of rooms for some really helpful commentary. So I'm excited to see where this goes. But we also gotta talk about the elephant in the room.
Sorry, Turk.
Between the main channel and here, I've really made it no secret that I was not really a big fan of the fourth movie. Like, I think there's some good elements in it, and I think in a vacuum they're good. I just don't think that all the pieces really work together super well, especially when it came to characters that were returning from the previous films. Except for Bo Peep. I like what they did with her. But particularly Woody and Buzz, they almost didn't feel like the same characters that I'd grown to love over 3 movies. Buzz felt straight up flanderized. I don't know what happened to his intelligence. And Woody's main principle throughout all 3 movies is you never abandon your kid. And at the end of the 4th movie, he abandoned his kid.
It just don't add up!
But I know it's like an allegory. I get what it's trying to say. I just don't like the way that it said it. And I don't think Woody was the character to do this with. So I was initially really upset when they announced Toy Story 5, because I'm like, please leave this franchise alone. But then I saw Woody's back with the gang, so I actually kind of got excited again. I really didn't like him leaving the other toys, and it's not just because Woody's supposed to be together with the gang. It was, I don't think the movie really earned him leaving. And it felt forced, and I didn't like that. And especially felt like you had to change everything about Woody's character for him to do that. And now we have this new trailer, and Woody's back! So they're gonna retcon it. I don't know how, but he's gonna be back with the toys. And I, for one, am excited about that. Get back with your kid where you belong. That just felt right. Seeing Buzz and Woody together in the scene, that just felt right. And I do love this whole gag, like everybody's scared about this new box that's coming in. And y'all, the lighting on these movies is still insane. Is it weird for me to say that I think Pixar's getting a little too good? I'm afraid it's losing its stylization, and everything's just getting a little too photoreal outside of the toys, you know what I mean? Of course, that could just be me. I'm probably overthinking this, but, you know, the visuals are gorgeous. It's Pixar, come on. But yeah, all the toys are gathering around this box, and they're terrified, and what comes out? An iPad. Well, not actually an iPad, because they can't say that. It's a lily pad, which is cute. I feel like they're trying to mix Apple products with Leapfrog. Y'all remember Leapfrog? And thus made a lily pad. It's really funny when you think about it. I don't know, I think it looks really cute, and I love the fact that this is gonna be like our villain. I say villain because I doubt they're gonna treat the technology like a true villain, because here's what I'm hoping from this movie. I hope that this movie just doesn't paint all technology as evil, because yes, can you do bad stuff with technology? 100%. Is too much technology a bad thing? 100%. Is too much technology when you're especially young a bad thing? Yes, it is. But to say that all technology is bad 100% of the time, all of the time, I don't think is being fair to technology, because there is some good we can get from technology. And I hope the movie showcases some of those things, while also pointing out that, yeah, there's a lot of pitfalls and a lot of problems with it. I don't know why that made me turn into Beetlejuice, but you know, here we are.
It's showtime.
Also, I hope that Slinky and Potato Head with Rex and yeah, basically everyone, I hope they all get a lot more screen time this time. That was one of my other big problems with Toy Story 4, is that all of our main characters that we love got sidelined hard. And we focus on all these new characters, and the new characters aren't bad, but in Toy Story 4, I want to spend some time with the Toy Story characters. We got Buzz and Woody a lot, But even then, like I said, they don't even feel like themselves, so it felt like it was a whole new movie with a whole new bunch of people. I did like Forky, so I'm glad that Forky's back, and now this knife character is here too that we saw like a little end gag. I hope we don't have to go with a whole trash arc with her also. I hope that's already been established off screen, so when we show up, she's a toy like all the other ones. Kind of like Forky is now. I don't want to go through that whole arc with that. And I also know there's apparently supposed to be another plot where there's like all these evil Buzz Lightyears that show up at some point, like they were all in like some toy store and something happened and they all went rogue. I don't fully understand that part. But the thing with Buzz I've discovered is every movie since the first one, they feel like they have to give him an identity crisis again because they don't know what else to do with him. At least that's what I feel like happens in every movie. Because like the first one, he has to discover he's a toy. In the second movie, they run into the other Buzz Lightyear who doesn't know that he's a toy. So we have to go through that arc again. Then in the third movie, he gets reset so he doesn't realize he's a toy again. And now he speaks Spanish. In the fourth movie, they kind of did that in the fact that he has to use his buttons to like figure out what he's thinking. I don't know, they retcon Buzz in 4. I like I said, I'm not a fan of that. But I think it's funny they have to do something with Buzz in that way in every single movie. And then now we're gonna have that again, except it's a whole store of Buzzes that are coming in. So it's basically like Toy Story 2 again, but amped like to the nth degree. I don't know. I don't know why they feel they have to lean on Buzz for that kind of thing. I think he's much more entertaining and interesting when you don't have to rely on that anymore, personally. And on top of that, I just really hope that none of the characters get Flanderized this time. You know, I want Woody to feel like Woody. I want Buzz to feel like Buzz. Jesse to feel like Jesse. You know, Potato Head to feel like Potato Head. Rex to feel like Rex. Slinky to feel like Slinky. You know what I mean. We can go down the list forever. I just want them to feel like themselves again, and I don't feel like that happened in Toy Story 4, and I really want that to happen here. And also, part of me wants to just say, stop here, but I'm also scared for them to do that, because every time they say they're gonna stop, they don't stop, and so we have like, this would be the third ending to the series. Like, you got a strong ending with Toy Story 3, they tried to make a strong ending with 4, and now they're gonna try to do it again. So every time they're faking you out with like this big goodbye because we're not coming back to this franchise. Oh wait, we're coming back to the franchise. So now those endings don't feel as final and strong as they once did because it's not really goodbye anymore. And I'm curious if we're gonna continue Toy Story after Toy Story 5. If Toy Story 5 is good, I'm not against another sequel, although I would prefer something more original. If it's good, I'm not against more sequels. But overall, despite my dislike of the fourth movie, and despite my reservations thinking that this really shouldn't have gone past 3, I am surprisingly excited for this. I did enjoy the trailer. I can't even call it a trailer. This is a teaser. Let's be real here. It's a teaser. I think the idea has merit if you do it right. And I think that, at least for me personally, they could really redeem Toy Story 4 with this if you give us a good ending about how Woody comes back and then make Toy Story 5 better than 4. I'm really hoping that they do that. But I don't know. We'll figure out when we get there. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm keeping an open mind. And so far, I'm surprised by how interesting this looks. Especially with Woody back. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!